today we have a very special guest. We have our little explorer right here, and this is a video that many of you have requested. Many of you have said, Chris, how has your life changed now that you're a father? So we have a 8-month-old daughter known as our traveling princess who is joining us for this live stream today. If you are on the live stream, I am looking forward to hanging out with you. If you're watching the archive, well, definitely subscribe. Click the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss another one of my live streams. The next one will be next week on Tuesday, September 1st, same time, 4:45 p.m. Los Angeles time. And so the first way that being a dad has changed my life is I don't sleep as well as I used to. Why don't I sleep as well as I used to? Well, let me tell you, the first couple months were the most rough because feedings every 3 hours, 24 hours a day, right? Baby needs to eat very often. I'm not sure that she knows really what's going on today, but this is her second live stream that she's been in. But we're really going to call this her live stream debut because the last live stream she was in the same high chair, but she was kind of lying down. So today she is sitting up, all dressed up in yellow. So now she sleeps a lot better, but she's still a noisy sleeper. So while she sleeps, she still kind of makes a lot of like type noises, which she can sleep through it, but it has a tendency to wake us up. I said in the description of this that in addition to ways our lives have changed, we'll be providing some parenting tips. So my tip for any future parents to be, particularly in the beginning, is to sleep when baby sleeps, particularly when it's 24-hour feedings. One of the things OC Girl, my wife, and I learned to do is we learned to take shifts, essentially. So she would go to sleep early, I would stay up, do the late night feeding, I'd go to sleep, she'd wake up in the middle of the night. So we had a little bit of divide and conquer to keep her fed and to keep her sleeping. All right, the second way my life has changed now that I'm a dad is my muscles are sore. I've got sore wrists from burping right here, sore wrists from burping. I get a sore back from picking her up, sore arms from carrying her around, and also sore back from bathing. My tip for bathing, especially in a tiled, hard bathroom, is to get like a kneeling pad. Once we got a kneeling pad, now I can kneel down when we give her a bath, and that helps a lot. Ju Wee asks if travel-related changes will be in the list. There's 21 things, and so I'm sure we're going to talk some of those things in here too. Traveling the World asks how we deal with the sleeplessness. Her sleeplessness or our sleeplessness? I think we just divide and conquer, and that helps with that. Now she's actually sleeping the last 2 nights, she slept a good 10 hours through the night, which is pretty good. So I'll say that if you've got little ones, just be certain that they will sleep better at some point. And Eric says, she's so cute trying to play with Daddy. Yeah, I shouldn't put these titles too much on the screen because it kind of covers her up, doesn't it? All right, so the other tip besides a kneeling pad is also just to make sure you have a proper posture. If you're kind of have a baby of your own, you'll spend a lot of time picking up baby from the floor, and so good posture, use the knees instead of the back is important. Ju says she looks truly great in yellow. Thank you, Ju. And Morton asks, Chris, can you make a foot size comparison, your left sole next to her right sole? I think we actually have that picture, right? We took a picture of feet together, so it's almost impossible for me to do it right here, but we do have that picture. I'll put that up on my Facebook page so that you can see it there. All right, the third way my life has changed after being a daddy is my schedule has changed quite a bit. First of all, we are much more scheduled now than we used to be. And second of all, by the way, she really likes this yellow watch. I know a lot of you like this yellow watch. She likes the yellow watch as well. It's one of her favorite toys to play with. So we schedule things around her naps and around her feedings. Now it's not feedings every 3 hours. Now it's feedings every 4 hours, though she can go through the night without sleeping. And she also needs her morning nap and she needs her evening nap. And so when we wake up in the morning, we think to ourselves, okay, well, wake up. When's 4 hours? When do we do that? When do we feed her? Let's go out. Let's be back before she needs to eat again, or we need to bring food with us, but she needs to sleep because if babies don't sleep, then they are cranky. And so my tip here is that an overly tired baby is the worst kind of baby. And so any parents to be, make sure you pay attention to their sleep cues. Her sleep cues when she gets tired, generally first sign is hands up at the eyes to rub her eyes and show that she is tired. Jean says, welcome to parenthood. Thank you, Jean. Morton, if I do for some reason forget it, send me a Facebook message and I'll make sure we get it there because we definitely took that picture. Kay Clark says, she's adorable. Love her smile. Your life will be forever changed. For sure. And she is. We think she's cute and adorable. We're not sure if she's biased. Tiffany L. asks what she is eating these days. What she's eating these days. Well, she is eating, her primary food is still milk, but we're also feeding her like fruitish baby foods, veggie baby foods, broccoli, banana, those sorts of things. Nothing too crazy. Kathy says you need to be organized when you have a baby. For sure, organization is important, I will say. Otherwise, we just don't get out of the house in the morning. So speaking of organization, one of the other things we do a lot of is repetitive things. So the fourth way my life has changed is it feels much more repetitive. Have you ever seen the movie Groundhog Day, where he's always doing the same thing over and over again? Well, our lives feel a little bit like Groundhog Day now. They're much more repetitive, except just with a bigger baby every day. She gets a little bit bigger every day, but we're almost doing the same things every day. Wake up, feed, walk, nap, feed, walk, nap, bath, sleep. So one of the things we definitely don't skip is we don't skip her evening walk. She loves to sleep in the stroller, and we also typically do that after dinner. We find if we do skip that, she doesn't make it to the outside world, then she is not a good sleeper. Maddie Sophie wants to know what's her favorite toy. It's funny, I've got that right here. As a matter of fact, her favorite toy is Sophie the giraffe. And so we can give her Sophie to play with a little bit. That's her favorite chew toy, maybe? She enjoys Sophie that she'll be playing with for a little while. Scottman Travel joined in. Welcome, Scottman Travel. I'm glad you could join one of our live streams as well. You'll be able to join next week's too, because next week's will be same time, same day, 4:45 p.m. LA time on Tuesday. And Kathy says she loves Groundhog Day as it's her birthday. She would love her birthday to be every day. It would be fantastic to have a birthday every day, wouldn't it? I think so. Morton says, Chris, I don't want another father other than mine, but I wish you as a member of my family. Morton, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Jocelyn says she actually looks like me when I was little. Aww. Well, Oosie Girl, my wife, says she looks a lot like her, too. So we have to have a yellow burp cloth in particular for this stream today. Kay Clark says, please read to her daily. We are. Actually, the funny thing about that is the things... That was loud. The things that we are reading to her are actually my old Dr. Seuss books. We still have my old Dr. Seuss books from when I was a kid. So Fox and Socks, Hop on Pop, all those sorts of things. Melissa wants to know what the topic for next week. Next week is going to be what it's like to live in Washington, D.C. with special guest Trip Hacks DC joining us to talk all about that. Okay, so let's go on to the fifth way our life has changed. So in addition to things being more repetitive, but the one thing actually I forgot to say during things being more repetitive is every day she's a little bit bigger, and it is neat to see just how she changes every day. She gets a little bit of tea, she goes to take a step, she understands more, she likes to play peekaboo. When kids are like super little, they don't react to much, but as they get older, like she can smile and you blow in her face, all those little things that baby likes to enjoy. She's quite smiley when she's in a good mood, so we love that part of her. Kathy says, 1 fish, 2 fish, and green eggs and ham. We have those two as well. Those are great ones. Jessica says, this video is adorable. Well, thank you, Jessica. Okay, so number 5 was we get less time to focus. So when our little explorer is awake, she generally needs attention. And maybe we don't actually need to be doing something or holding her, but we need to be near her, or we need to be looking at her. She needs to know that there's somebody around all the time. Otherwise, the wambulance starts, right? You know what the wambulance starts. And so that means it's a little bit tough for us to focus, except when it's her nap time, because if we're trying to do some editing or some video shooting or this and that, but she needs something, then we just can't do that. So our focus time ends up being when she's napping or when she's asleep at night. And speaking of sleep, Morton11 is going to sleep. Well, good night, Morton, and thanks for coming back for the archive. So my tip to any future parents to be is to be flexible and don't ignore the baby when the baby cries, because if you ignore a baby when baby cries get worse, and that's bad. And so it's better just to solve the problem before it becomes a big problem. All right. The sixth way my life has changed after becoming a father is I finally know where the baby section at Target is. This is like a whole section of Target that I've never really been into before or explored, and I realized Target has a really big selection of baby supplies. And now we know of things that we've never heard of in the past. We know the difference between baby wipes and boogie wipes. Baby wipes are for the bottom and boogie wipes are for the nose. We didn't know boogie wipes are a thing. I also didn't realize that there was so many choices of baby bottles and nipples. Like the number of bottles that you can use to put milk in is incredible, and then the number of nipples that go on those bottles is also incredible. So if you don't know what you're looking for, it's impossible to find it. Neo wants to know how we travel when we have a daughter. We have not been doing a whole lot of travel because COVID-19, those sorts of things. The last big trip we took was to Fukushima, Japan, and we were lucky enough to have Grandma watch her while we were on that trip. Tiffany says Target is awesome with baby stuff. It is. Target for sure is awesome with baby stuff. We also, when we buy baby stuff or just stuff in general, we look a lot more in detail about where a product is made. We don't want to buy any made in China toys because we know that almost anything we give her is going to go straight in her mouth. All right. So now the seventh way my life has changed after having a baby is in addition to knowing where the baby section is at Target, the baby section now comes to me via internet ads. It seems like the baby section of Target is following me around the internet, so wherever I go, those banner ads now seem to be like a bunch of stuff for babies. Wu Tai says, me and my kids used to crawl through the car seat section in Target underneath. It was fun to play hide as an adult. That does sound like fun, Wu Tai. I think she has not started crawling yet, but I can picture that when she does. Eric says apparently they don't use boogie wipes, they just use baby wipes for everything. And Tiffany says when you upgrade to sippy cups, you'll have to analysis paralysis again, but Amazon bestsellers is pretty good. All right, thanks for that tip, Tiffany. I will look in that direction. Kathy says, never get much done when babies are awake. I don't get much done when I'm babysitting my niece. I can see that. And Wu Tai says he made it, just got off work. Welcome, Wu Tai. Thanks for joining in. And absolutely, Wu Tai. Tiffany wants to know if I could survive as a single dad if I didn't have to work a real job. Maybe. I mean, it'd be hard, but working at the same time and being a single dad would probably be hard, particularly during COVID-19 when daycare is all weird. So, um, Vic Lau wants to know if we plan on having a baby. I think we are very happy with this one right now. We feel the stork brought us a good one, so we've not made any plans to request others from the stork. Number 8, the eighth way my life has changed is our house now has baby stuff all over it. Actually, if I just like reach down on the floor right here, there's like a pillow for her to lean on. Oh, so girl, can you hand me that circle thing there? Yeah, this thing. We just get like these things all over, like rings, and these are a lot of fun when you're walking around at night and like step on one. So that's exciting. She loves to play with those things too. So our house is full of baby stuff, car seat, stroller, baby carriers, diapers, toys. We remodeled our garage right about as she came along, right before, to add a whole bunch more cabinets so we could store all of the baby things. And babies are also like cats, and they need multiple spots to hang out and play. So she's not good just being in one spot all the time. She needs to move around. She spent 30 minutes one room, 30 minutes another area, 30 minutes another area. We find that's how we keep her happy, and so she's taken over a lot of spots around our house. Where she does seem to hang out the best for the longest period of time is actually in this high chair, which she loves quite a bit. And so my tip for any future parents to be is to make room in your house before baby comes. You will need it. Yoshi wants to know, what am I drinking today? And I saw that from Kathy as well. Today I am drinking, is this in focus? Today I am drinking, dun, 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 dun. I need to cover my face and her face. There's two faces as well. I am drinking the Meister's milk tea. This is some milk tea from Japan. That's also the other thing that we find. Like it has fun with the toy, and then she throws it down. It's kind of a milk tea. It's pretty good. It has like an Earl Grey taste. One of the things she really likes and gets fascinated by are drinks. Actually, cold drinks. So you can see this cold drink is very exciting to her. And I think that she likes often the coldness of it and likes to, feel something that's cold. Obviously, we don't give her milk that's this cold. I'm trying not to put this in front of her face. So Jennifer wants to know if we have introduced her to Topher. Yeah, we have all these stuffed animals, right? And the original Topher was taken in London. This guy is playing Topher today. And she's been introduced to Topher, though we generally don't let her handle Topher for a long time because anything just goes right in her mouth. And so we don't necessarily want her to put all the pandas in her mouth. We have one stuffed animal that's destined for her, which is a Winnie the Pooh from Tokyo, Japan. From Tokyo Disney, and so that's the one that she gets to play with. I know she really wants to play with this one, but he's gonna go back here. Is he in frame? No, 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 no. All right, here, Sophie. Now she's disapproving. All right. Utai says, one of the coolest baby masters I've ever seen in my life was a man in Australia climbing a mountain with a baby attached to his back. It was at Mount Warning in New South Wales. I guess that's impressive to climb a mountain with a baby. I think many of you may have seen the video review I did last Friday, which was maybe her real introduction on YouTube, not in a live stream, but in a recorded video for the Osprey Poco Plus baby carrier. That's a lot of fun, helps us be more mobile and go around. Let's see. Chris from Down Under says, I remember my princess being that little. They grow so fast, may enjoy every minute. We are trying to, for sure. Thank you, Chris. And Yoshi says, your daughter's adorable. And Andy said that it looked like she wanted a sip of the milk tea. Maybe do you want a sip of the milk tea? Yeah, I think she does want a sip of the milk tea, but we're not quite giving her anything to drink other than milk at this point. Carlos wants to know if the Yellow Productions crew is expanding fast. Well, the crew of pandas has probably been pretty static since I made the call for pandas. I will certainly say, though, the number of people that have bought Yellow Productions t-shirts, those of you to become members of the crew, absolutely are expanding fast, and they expand every week when I give away another Yellow Productions crew t-shirt. Okay, the 9th way my life has changed after having a baby. It takes longer to leave the house in the morning. I used to be pretty proud of the fact that I could get up and leave the house in 30 minutes flat if I really needed to. And now it takes longer to leave the house because it's not just me getting ready and OC Girl getting ready, but morning we have to feed her, we have to change her, we have to gather her stuff, we have to load it in the car. Loading her stuff in the car is an effort in itself. And then we have to come back and change her again because she just spit up on her clothes. And sometimes she likes to put her hand in her mouth and do that. So my tip for any future parents-to-be is if you're planning a road trip or going someplace or traveling, load the car with all the stuff the night before because mornings have a lot of things that you have to do. And so if you've got the car loaded the night before, when you could focus because baby's sleeping, that just makes you end up with the right things in the car. Suppose if you're rushing out that morning trying to get baby ready and you ready, then you'll likely end up with stuff missing from the car. Wu-Tai asks, solid foods yet? We sort of make some baby foods, with a whipper, masher, or something like that. But it's still all mashed and liquidy. Nothing really solid yet, other than we tried giving her these Gerber strawberry puffs. OC Girl, can you hand me the Gerber strawberry apple puffs that are on that shelf right there? Yeah. So some of our friends said they really like these Gerber, their baby really likes these Gerber strawberry apple puffs. But I tell you, this is one of these where she really didn't like these things, and it's one of those where maybe she's forgotten it, but when we gave her one of these at one point in time, then if we brought one close to her at any time for the next week, she would just burst out in tears, I think. And then we tried to taste it, and it was so artificially strawberry tasting that maybe we can see why she doesn't love it. I won't have her sample anything on air. Kaylee wants to know how old she is. She is just a little over 8 months young, I would say, for sure. Okay, the 10th way my life has changed after having a baby is we do laundry so much more often. All the baby clothes and then our clothes from baby spit and baby yak. So we're constantly doing laundry. The 11th way my life has changed is we focus on cleaning more. Clean surfaces are important for our little explorer. Also, my clean hands, her clean hands. Where did her burp cloth go? Oh, and her bow fell off too. I don't know where burp cloth went. Burp cloth is on the side of the chair. Aha! Oh, she burped on herself on the side. Just wiping you. Come on now. Come on. It's okay. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Here, Sophie. Sophie. All right. That was fun. So wipe her, clean up the burp, wipe up us, clean up the burp, put that in the laundry. So seems like we're doing laundry all the time. And washing our hands and washing her hands and then cleaning the carpet after baby yaks on the carpet. Monica says she is teasing. She's got 2 bottom teeth so far that have come out and not the rest. Yuritsa says she loves eating these. You love eating these, Yuritsa? All right, I found somebody. So maybe she will like these at some point too. Oh, that message didn't come up for some reason. Oh, there we go. All right. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, the 12th way my life has changed after becoming a dad is I speak in Parentease now. Do you know what Parentease now? Do you know what Parentease is? Parentease is Good job, Scarlett. You did such a good job. You're such a cute baby. Cute baby. Cute baby. Smile for the camera. You know, whenever I post pictures of her, people are like, oh, you can get her smile. I get a smile. Cute baby. Scarlett's such a cute baby. Smile, baby. Smile. And she really actually reacts to Parentease. So now I understand why parents speak like that. Ducky wants to know if she can speak any words yet. I love how she smiles a lot. We love how she smiles a lot too. She kind of says mama. Mama has been saying, you need to say mama on the live stream. It's usually more like when she's crying or something like that. Yoshi asks, what will she drink? She just drinks milk at this point. She doesn't drink anything else other than milk. We've tried to give her water in a sippy cup, but she hasn't really figured that out. She can be quite loud when she wants to be. Mike says, as a fan of Vegas, we take our 3 girls there. They love it. As she gets older, you can for sure a video on Vegas things to do with kids. Absolutely, that video will be in the queue to do. 13th thing that's different is we don't plan much for the weekend anymore. People say, what are you doing for the weekend? Depends. We take it kind of day by day. We look for baby-friendly activities. We look for places to eat that are baby-friendly. We look for places to walk and hike that are stroller-friendly. Now I've got the baby backpack so we can go more places, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, and then we often divide and conquer a lot on weekends. So OC girl might go to a coffee shop, I walk the baby, and then we come home and OC girl watches the baby and I go for a bike ride. We also, 14, spend more time just sitting with baby. Maybe not like this, because I often don't sit staring out into our room here with her in the high chair, but more time sitting on the floor looking at baby, reading to baby, just kind of hanging out, that family time. Eric says she loves her dad, of course. I hope so. Well, I love her. Okay. The 15th thing that has changed, having a baby, is I do more time using Alexa and Google Home to play music. Alexa and Google Home are in the other room. Hopefully I didn't cue Alexa or cue Alexa in your homes by saying that right now. But it's hands-free, and so we often have Alexa play Baby Shark or some baby-friendly music. Utai says when she starts school, you'll start calling her teacher Mr. and Mrs. Smith or whatever, and not the first name. It's like we all join school. That's an interesting perspective. Ducky says, what's the best hike to take the baby in the stroller? One of the best hikes that we like, and it's fairly decent for a stroller, although it's like uphill pushing, Crystal Cove. It's not much hiking, but it's pretty flat. That's in Newport Beach. And then also in Laguna Beach, there's this hike called Top of the World, which is a pretty wide trail that'll work with a stroller, although it's dirt and dusty, so you need a good stroller with some good big wheels. Trisha wants to know, what are my favorite hacks in this pandemic world? I guess just making sure, we like to eat. We're foodies, and so we spend a lot of time getting food to go and eating it as a picnic in a park nearby. So we always carry a bunch of beach towels with us in the car, and things to eat and drinks, so that if we're someplace we want to get some food, we can go have a picnic, and then she can kind of hang out in the blankets and things like that too. So I would say, just because things are to go doesn't mean you always have to take them home. Take it for a picnic for sure. Scottman895 asks if video editing has become more challenging or time-consuming. Yes, it has, because I have less time to edit video, because it's essentially gone into that time at night when she has gone to sleep. You're becoming quite loud, little explorer. Yeah, good. Village Idiot says, I love baby babble noises for sure. And Kathy says she might be loud to you when making noise, but is not that loud on the stream. It probably, and I'm glad to hear that it's not that loud on the stream. You're right. And now that I'm looking at the audio meter, it's not that loud. So this microphone actually does a pretty good job of rejecting noise from the side. Boyle's family wants to know what's my favorite food. My favorite food definitely is In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger, double double, my favorite food. And Cy Ducky, true fan, knows that. Anybody who's watched me for a long time knows that because I talk about eating In-N-Out Burger way too much. 16th way my life has changed after having a baby is I watch more TV, movies, and YouTube, particularly when we're feeding her and going to sleep time, like putting her to bed in the crib. I recently got Disney Plus, so I've got more things to watch. I've been watching The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and OC Girl likes to watch Korean drama as kind of her TV thing of choice when she's feeding our little explorer. 17th way our life has changed is we celebrate poop. Usually poop is not one of those subjects you talk about all that much, but we have, like, when she poops, we're like, she poops. I'll tell OC Girl, she pooped, or she'll tell me she pooped, and we're like, yay, she pooped, how's it been? We count how long it is between she pooped, and so we have this like running gag, which is whoever gets the poopy diaper hit the jackpot. So if I get the poopy diaper, then I hit the jackpot. Boyle's family says, what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie, I really like Office Space. I like Office Space. I think it's a great comedy for sure. I like any of the Star Wars movies, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, that sort of stuff. But comedy-wise, I like Office Space. There's another one, like I like Will Ferrell movies too. Wedding Crashers, another movie that I like. And Kathy says, yay to poop as well. Grant says, if I were to support a college pro team, which would it be? San Diego State Aztecs. I'm an alumni from San Diego State University, so I would pick SDSU. The 18th way my life has changed after having a baby is people outside are much more social with us. When we are walking our little explorer around in the stroller or in the baby backpack, people love to talk to us. They comment on our baby. Many of you commented on maybe the thumbnail photos or the photo I shared on Instagram and says, oh my gosh, she's got so much hair. That's one that a lot of people say, they've got so much hair. OC Girl had this much hair when she was a baby too. Or they ask how old she is, or if she's sleeping in the carrier. People are like, that looks really comfortable. That's interesting. They also comment, like, if I'm walking baby and I'm not with OC Girl, then they'll comment about how I'm such a good husband because I'm walking baby around. OC Girl laughed when I said that. You probably can't hear it because the microphone rejects that noise too. Richard McCarley says, I hope she doesn't get hoof and mouth disease from chewing on those giraffe feet. That's a funny joke, Grandpa Richard. I like that. And the king asks, why does baby love putting in their mouth? I don't know, but she wants to put everything in her mouth. Like, she sees things and she'll be like, I wonder what that's like in my mouth. I think that's how she like experiences the world. Okay, let's go on to number 19. Oh yeah, and about that note, before I get to 19, is that so Natural Girl said, it's so true if you have a baby or a pet. Yeah, I feel like often if you have like pets or dogs or things, right, you're in like a certain club, where like if you have a dog and other people have dogs, then they talk to you, and like now that we have a baby, we feel like we're in the baby club and other people's babies talk to us and all of a sudden we can talk to them. And as we're out walking and like I see people's strollers, I look at their stroller and I'll be like, what kind of stroller? Look, they have the same stroller we have. That means we made a good choice on strollers. Okay, 19th way to change our lives is, in addition to like people being social with us, as we're walking around, cars stop for us much sooner at intersections. If we're waiting to cross the street, cars, when they see like a stroller, they stop long way away. I guess if they're going to hit somebody, they're like, I don't want to hit a baby in a stroller. So that's an interesting development. The 20th way having a baby has changed my life is I always carry around a burp cloth in my pocket. There was the yellow one which fell down, but So I like have cargo pockets here, and you can see I pull this out here. I always have a burp cloth in my pocket because I never know when I'm going to need a burp cloth to clean up a little something. So I always carry burp cloth in my pocket. And the 21st way having a baby's changed my life, I've lost weight. I've lost weight. Between carrying her around, between pushing around the stroller, walking around a lot more, there's just a lot of like being out in the world with baby, and so I've lost almost about 10 pounds. And so, I mean, OC girl, she's definitely on her like weight loss thing. Baby, like women have, they gain more weight, and so. We're both on our weight loss quest together. Jenny Fide says she loves her daddy. Indeed, she does. Thank you, Jenny. All right, and so that is through 21. So do you know what time it is now? Q&A time. So Chris asks if our princess has had her first trip to Disneyland. She has not been to Disneyland yet. I don't think we'll take her to Disneyland until she can actually go on some rides. Frankly, Disneyland's pretty much been closed this whole time since she's been around anyway. Yoshi asks if life is harder with the Little Explorer. One could say so. Life is more challenging, difficult, harder. It's different. Like, we do different things. It was hard at the beginning. Like, the first couple months, I won't lie, they were rough. Those sleepless nights, being really tired. But now I think we've kind of got the hang of it. We've figured out at least the rhythm of things. So I wouldn't describe life as a hard now. I think it's every day, kind of seeing how she changes, this and that. All right, is fun. Cab says, little princess just too precious. Look at all that hair, for sure. Thanks, Cab. King wants to know if her favorite color is yellow. We put her in a lot of yellow for sure, so in that case, we will say her favorite color is yellow. Carlos wants to know if I've watched the new DuckTales. I have not. I will take a look at it. I used to watch DuckTales as a kid, so I'd be interested to see the new one. Vic wants to know what kind of car seat did we buy. So car seat and stroller, we bought the Uppa Baby system. So it's the Uppa Baby Mesa car seat. We got the Uppa Baby Cruise stroller, and so the car seat goes into the stroller. It's kind of a system that all connects together. If you want to know more about all the baby gear that we bought, we've made a video about that. It's 26 must-buy items for a happy baby and a happy dad. There's a link to that in the description below. There's also a link to the Osprey Poco Plus baby backpack review that we did last week as well. James wants to know when my next Las Vegas video will be. I did a live stream on Las Vegas last week, so it'll be a little bit before the next Las Vegas video. Next week, Tuesday, September 1st, 4:45 p.m., my video will be What's It Like to Live in Washington, D.C. with special guest Rob from Trip Hacks DC. So I'm looking forward to that one. David wants to know what nationality is my wife. My wife is American citizen, but she was born in Taiwan. So she is Taiwanese. Rebecca says yellow looks great on her. Yeah, we think so as well. So thank you, Rebecca. Kathy asks, who is my favorite Disney character? I will answer that with Winnie the Pooh. I like Winnie the Pooh. If you haven't seen, I've got some Winnie the Pooh face masks. He's just kind of a fun and friendly bear, right? Grant wants to know, why do people refer to a baby as baby rather than the baby, your baby? I don't know. You got to feed baby. That was just like in the hospital, people referred to, you got to do this for baby. Baby's crying. So I've just maybe referred to her the same way. I think it kind of works. Wu Tai wants to know if the city of Las Vegas has hired me for travel videos yet. Not yet. But if you know somebody in the Las Vegas Tourism Board that's hiring, let me know. Trisha wants to know what's her favorite song that she reacts to. Her favorite song that she reacts to is Baby Shark. Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark. And we've already got her Halloween outfit. In case you're wondering, it's a yellow Baby Shark outfit, of course. Adrian wants to know if OC Girl and I get out on date nights. We have been getting out on some, not as many as before, but Grandma will sometimes agree to look after her on a weekend, and we'll get like Korean barbecue we recently did. Ah, there's Mama. There's Mama. And so there we go. I think we have reached approximately her limit of sitting in this chair. So with that, I know it's giveaway time, and I want to do a giveaway. So there was some tea. Actually, not the tea. Okay, we're going to do this. There were these little things that I held up that I said she likes to eat or doesn't like to eat. What flavor did I hold up? If you can get the flavor of this thing that I held up, then you will win a Yellow Productions Crew shirt anywhere in the world. First person to tell me that flavor. Oh, I should have pushed this button. All right. And let's see. Live Free or Die says, when I get pregnant, I'd do a Winnie the Pooh theme. It'd be so adorable. I think that would be adorable. Is that her real name? Her real name is not our Traveling Explorer. She has a real name, but that's our little bit of YouTube anonymity. And Alberto was the first person to get this answer right. The flavor of this is strawberry apple. So very good. Not a lot of you put strawberry, but it was strawberry apple, and that was the first one on my screen. So why did that message not come up? Alberto message. Right. So, Alberto, to claim your Yellow Productions shirt, you can message me on Facebook at my Yellow Productions page. You'll find my page in the description of this video, or you can send me an email to chris@yellow.net with 2 W's, YELLOWW.net. Well, since she is ready for nap time, usually I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in the next video every Friday, next live stream, next Tuesday. All right.